Hey y'all, what's up? Billy will be in here in just a second. But give everybody a chance to get on. How's everybody's weekend going? Hey Kathleen, hey Marco. Anybody got any new knives? Billy has acquired a new Project X. Guessing he's got it. I don't see it in here. Hey, broke ass. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. But- Hey, Josh. Billy's being a slowpoke. Should be plenty of new test videos coming up. I think we got another week's worth of like scheduled. If you've been watching those. Has anybody been surprised about any of the test results? Oh shoot. Billy's been working on a couple of knives too, like smaller EDC knives. Trying out some heat treats. Anybody got a blade show that's in here right now? Is that you, baby?
That's me.
I wasn't sure if it was you or the dog.
We live?
We are.
I'm making a bottle opener.
You're making a bottle opener?
Yeah, the hell with making knives. Yeah, I'm just gonna make bottle openers. It's the last time a bottle. I was trying to drink a root beer one day before work, and I was 4 hours late for work trying to get that thing open with a tuna fish can opener. You know what I mean? Like, tired of that. So, anyway, how's everybody going?
How's everybody?
Hey, I want to talk to y'all about something interesting. Um, these two knives I heat treated at the same time. 15 and 20. These are just like, consider these like test knives. You know what I mean? They're just testing. But very, very, very thin blade stock, 0.008, very lightweight. But we heat treated them at the same time. Courtney was out there with me. She was operating the scan gun because 15 and 20, you can get it magnetic, but not any more than that. And these are 20-minute soak time at 1500
Needs
degrees.
to be DMAG, right?
Yeah, non-magnetic.
Okay.
Did I say magnetic?
I think so, but
It starts off magnetic. You don't want to get it to non-magnetic. But so we heat treated them at the same exact time, right? And then we descale them. And out of curiosity, I just want to see how what that Rockwell number looks like before tempering. 65, 66 was the Rockwell number before tempering. Now I know tempering is an important process. So we had to do that anyway. We tempered them at the same time in the oven. This one is 59 to 60. This one is 61, 62.
yeah, Barbie did. Either the 50 or the 150. It was way early on.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. He had to let me know how to pronounce his name. But so they don't, you know, they were in the oven tempering at the same time. They went through the exact same processes, um, tempering at the exact same moment. One knife comes back at 59 to 60. One knife comes back at 61 to 62, and got me thinking about. I don't know how all steel reacts because I don't work with all steels, right? But like, it got me wondering about the huge ranges some people give.
Yeah.
59 to 62 or something like that, you know? And if you make a batch of knives, what are you supposed to do with those knives if you're shooting for 62 and you end up with half your knives being 59 to 60? You're supposed to throw them away? I wonder how expensive knives would be if they just now for me being a small maker, what I would do is I would like I said, these are just test knives, like, but if I were gonna sell them, I would put it on the website like this one is 61 to 62. This one is 59 to 60. I individually let people know exactly where they're at. I bet we poked these things 7, 8 times on each side. So like we got a good solid estimation as to what the heat treat is on these knives. So anyway, just something to think about, Blam's broke ass knife said. I feel you, Bubba.
This definitely is a blim.
I think he was saying like sell them as Blams.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm saying this one definitely would be
this
blim.
this one's warped. And this one is got all kinds of crap, like metal falling out of it. You see right here. So we could probably do something with that. Look at this tip. Look at that tip. See a big old chunk of metal missing?
Yeah, we didn't realize it would change that much doing the exact same process at the exact same time on the two knobs either. Like it's crazy.
So with this one right here, having the metal missing, I'm thinking I'm gonna do like I'm gonna try to do what do you call it? Chisel. Do a chisel grind and grind away because I got like half the blade over here, still got a good edge. But after I do the chisel grind, I want to see if I can break the edge, like put it in a vise and try to snap the tip off just to see if it's just test knives, man. We're not selling these. But yeah, man. I really like the Courtney said it kind of like Hornbeak's. Emblem.
When he got done, I was like, God, kind of resembles the Hornbeak symbol.
I was like, yeah, it kind of does. Just kind of want to make a humpback Wharncliffe sheep's foot type of thing. I guess that is a sheep's foot type of thing, ain't it? But
Yeah.
nice little slicey bastard. But I'm also going to uh do one without tempering it, just for test. It's going to be my knife. I want to see what happens with 15 and 20 if you don't temper it. Some of you may know. Do you already know? Because what I like to what I like to know is how brittle could it, is it really at 66? Because you don't see people shooting for 66 and 15 and 20.
Right.
You don't really see a whole lot of people using 15 and 20 as a standalone knife blade anymore. It used to be very popular. Now it's basically used
in a Damascus.
Yeah, basically used as a Damascus counterpart. Or a 1084 counterpart in Damascus, or 1080 series, whatever, 1095, whatever, 10 series. But yeah, anyway,
I don't think we've had any knives.
not in 15 inch one.
Uh-uh.
It's the same thing as L6. Happy Father's Day to all the
Yeah.
fathers out there. My kids are ignoring me today.
Thanks,
Thank you, Miss Kathleen.
Yeah. Our kids have one has decided it's nap time, and the other one just staying in a room.
Right.
Yeah, the subs have gone up a lot the last couple, like this past week. It's
Stacy, I believe, like she's been oh,
whoa, Lord. Sorry, everybody's here.
right. That was Demko's fault.
Demko hitting the glass bottle over there.
But Stacy says she's been advertising what we're doing and stuff in the channel she's moderating. 4 viewers. Who else is live? Because that's why we went live. We went around looking and couldn't find anybody live.
And it may just be slower because people are out doing stuff for Father's Day.
Maybe.
I wasn't thinking about that. Oops.
I still need to call Greg. Greg's my stepdad.
I told my dad yesterday when I went fishing with him, but I hadn't called him yet today. I don't guess it really matters.
No, we don't really care.
Okay, there's several lives going on right now.
Really?
We checked around noon.
Okay. Who else live? I want to know them all.
Let's see. Who's live?
But yeah, I wanna make one very similar to this. Don't temper it and see how hard it is to screw it up, because that's like tempering gets that grain structure back tighter. And I'm just talking out my ass. Y'all know that. Because like I'm repeating what I've been told, but like tempering is where you're going to get your strength at. But how much abuse will it take? If you're looking at a knife with a .08 blade stock, I doubt anybody's going to use it to baton. Somebody will. Somebody will use it to baton. Zach Tri-State just got off a couple of others, I think. Tri-State just got off. I was on his channel looking to see if he was live. That's crazy. Not calling you a liar, Miss Kathleen. Just I missed it.
Streamed 28 minutes ago. Hour and 33 minutes.
We missed it.
Yeah,
we completely
must have
missed it.
got off his channel right before he went live.
We probably did. Seen somebody send him a fake Minch Made arrows.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He was like, he said the box has tighter tolerances
Toby.
than the Minch Made arrows does. Dopey.
Because I had to look up the knife that you won last night. I'd never heard of either one of them. You had the option to choose from.
I never heard of either one of them either. But I'm not about that knife life.
Not at all.
Not anymore. I got to get me one of those carbide hammers. Like, heat this thing back up. Probably reheat treat it.
Warped.
Yeah, it's warped. Or we could just have one of those curvy knives, man. You ever seen those rifles that are designed to shoot around the corner because they got a twisted barrel? Like,
stab around the corner.
We'll call it the 87 degree. Yeah, you need to make cuts at 87 degrees. We got your back. Keep a lookout for the 86 degree right around the corner. Make a dozen knives, wait for a mistake to happen. Marketing genius, man.
Yeah, it's all how you market stuff.
Call it the side slice. Call it the jack reacher, or like we make one slip joint that's somehow off canter, and call it the reacher jack.
Reacher jack.
So cut your ass around the corner.
90 degrees or nothing.
No, yeah. 90 degrees or nothing. That's right. The little one didn't work.
No.
I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Or this mat ain't flat. One or the other. Choose your poison. Yeah, it's warped. Both of them are warped.
It's really thin metal.
It is very thin metal. It's made out of saw blade. So I've got I'm thinking myself, I'm gonna pick up some of this stuff in a thicker blade stock, like a .155. Because it held temper great, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that it was the best heat treat in the world. I'm not saying that. We got our number
Hey,
we're
Peterbilt
looking
knife
for.
guy.
Peterbilt. Hey, I'm glad you're here, dude. All right, I'm gonna go back through this unless Peterbilt Knife Guy said he already heard it. See, Peterbilt Knife Guy makes knives and stuff too. So 15 and 20 standalone, not Damascus, just 15 and 20 standalone. I heat treated them at the same time. Well, I heat treated them in a forge, but they went through a very similar process. And we were scanning the temperature back to back, quenched them both in Parks 50. And after quench, I descaled them. I descaled the blade part, and I just wanted to see what the Rockwell was, right? Rockwell on both of them were 65, 66. That's after quench, but pre-temper. So knew it needed to be tempered. So threw them both in the oven at 325 degrees for one cycle. I get them out, and they are 59 and 62. But both of them were 65 post quench. So what do you think about that? Like, I'm not a heat treat expert. I'm just learning. Both of them were warped too, but it doesn't matter. We do things around 87 degrees over here. Or that'd be one of our tolerances. Like 86 to 91 degrees.
Not a.
True budget. EDC. In the house. Happy Father's Day to you too, my brother.
Weird.
What did you use to temper? A kitchen oven and a cookie sheet. Like we threw them in a cookie sheet or on a cookie sheet and stuck it in a pre-heat treated oven for 325 degrees for 2 hours.
So they did go through the temper process together at the exact
Yeah.
same time.
Exact same time, But they, I was forged
Heaty.
austiniting or whatever you want to call it, so they didn't go through the same process at the identical times, but they did go through the same process. Maybe it heats unevenly. It's somebody said I wonder if there's like 100-degree difference in one part of your oven than the other, and I'm like, man, it's just an oven. If it's sealed up pretty good, that light comes off, right? Where's the thermometer at? I don't know. But with our scan gun, we open up the door to the oven and shoot it real quick. And if it's like, let's say we got it set at 350 and it says 349.8, then I'm just assuming the ambient temperature inside that oven is 350.
But if one of like the heat cool thing or whatever it is, the element in
Yeah,
there, maybe if it burns hotter on one side than the other, like
and maybe
it
I don't
could
know.
affect what's directly above it.
Or Smith Hansu. Probably didn't say that right. How are you, dude? Maybe that rush of air did anything.
Oh no, you didn't open it after you put it in there.
No, we just make sure it's up to temp. I don't trust little dials on the kitchen oven exactly. We just make sure it's up to proper temp. But I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking, I was like, well, the biggest variable was like they were done independently in a forge, which is not how you're supposed to be heat treating 15 and 20 anyway. It needs to get up to 1500 degrees ish, like 1475 to 1515, 1510, something like that. And it needs to stay there. It needs to soak there for like 20 minutes to have a proper austenization process before quench. So we did the best we could with the scan gun and kind of pulling it in and out of the forge, just like trying to keep that temperature, try to mimic that thing because my oven, I've got a kiln and it's only getting up to like 1350 max, and that's not gonna cut it. But they went through that forging process individually, but after the quench,
They were the exact same hardness.
yeah, 65, 66. I was getting 60. I think I poked them like 4 times on both sides. Both of them got some 65s. Both of them got some 66. All the way up and down. Throw them in the oven, 3 points difference.
One maybe I quenched a little hotter. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that the post quench HRC would have been
Yeah.
different, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm just kind of like trying to go through the processes in my head, trying to figure out what might have happened. But yeah, who knows, man? Who knows?
Happy Father's Day to you too, Joe, and enjoy the picnic.
That's right. That's right. The good stuff, dude. Enjoy the good stuff. Enjoy the kids while the kids still enjoy you. Hi-ho, dopey.
I've got a new knife coming.
She wanted a knife last night on Bees Blades. You should have heard her running around the house. I'm not Bees Blades.
Or no,
Big Red
EDC.
EDC. I want a knife. I want a knife. Hey, that temperance video should be coming out pretty soon, y'all. Like,
Oh, it should be out now.
yeah, it should have been out 7 minutes ago. Man, this little dude right here. Oh my God, Nick Edward from Behind the Edge. He sent me this little temperance, and that's the 65 HRC right here, dude. My kid got kids. I'm past. I heard that, dude.
Enjoy the grandkids while the grandkids enjoy you.
Still usually has a max quench HRC, right? Yeah, and specifically 15 and 20 is like right at DMAG. Like that. Like you don't want to get for whatever reason. Larry Thomas, you look at his heat treat things, his recipes or whatever, and it says don't get it past DMAG. Get it to DMAG, but don't get it past DMAG. So like that's what we were doing with the electronic scan gun. We were checking the temperature, and I also had a magnet, that I could pull it out of the forge, check it, put it back in the forge.
Hey, Kyle.
I won a few knives this past week. I had to pay for them all, but I feel like I won. That's what I'm talking about, man. Uh, Dopey had a pretty good blade haul pickup. Like that dude, he brought back some stuff.
Blade Show.
Yeah. That blast blade is sexy as a motherfucker.
So what?
Blast blade. Or blast knives or whatever. Dude makes some nice looking knives. And like this one, Dopey sent me pictures of. And it's just gorgeous, dude.
I guess I've heard of Blessed Knives.
He's on Instagram. He makes everything, he makes folders. He may make fixed blades. I've only ever seen him really mess with folders, but he does everything pretty much handmade. One man operation type thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's $1,000 knife.
It's a lot of
It's a lot of
making by hand.
yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying like that's the price range
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of stuff to be making by hand.
Absolutely. I mean, look at my piece of shits that I make, and I'm spending a couple $100 a piece on them. They don't fold.
He's got a web page. Let's look at some of these. I still owe you some hammers. I haven't forgotten.
Oh, you're good, dude. Dustin Driver. I was talking to Dustin Driver, and he said, "Man," he said, and he just asked me, he said, "What's your address?" And I told him. He was like, "Well, I'm getting ready for Blade Show, so be patient." But I just built, 3 hammers, carbide hammers. I think he got the Ripley.
I bet he did.
That
See
is
that purple.
that is gorgeous. Are you sharing?
Yeah.
I think that's the one he got. W, just correct me if I'm wrong. Man, it's beautiful. Look what he did with the blade down there. It's got like a twist
Yeah.
type of
Yeah, I see that.
yeah. It's incredibly gorgeous.
I also got a purple Protect TR3 on Thursday from the local knife shop, but my Blessed Ripley is my favorite purchase, worth every bit what I paid.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Peterbilt knife guy, I still probably still owe you some shit too. Like, I have the worst memory, man. Like, but I tell people, you got like stay on top of me about it. If I don't get back with you, about by next week, let me know again, please. Like, I know I forget shit.
That is all you know.
And look, see, you know what this knife reminds me of, and I'm not trying to like talk shit about like Lake Chaplin or like Lake Champlain or whatever, but to me that looks like a higher end custom version of a Lake Champlain knife.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got more going on with it, and some people probably won't see the relative,
The resemblance.
the resemblance at all. But to me, that's
Yeah,
kind of
I
what
can
I'm
see
looking
that.
at, man. Just a more refined, but a more raw type of feeling too.
This is number 4.
Number 4.
What's this other one? Let's see.
Might as well look at it. The Defiant. This looks like a Spyderco. Humpback. Just
Yeah.
kind of got a smock. I mean, yeah. Y'all don't pay no attention to me when I'm comparing knives. It's like something I try to see what they remind me of,
Familiarity.
because it don't look anything like a smock. It just kind of reminds, at first glance, kind of what it reminds me of. Looks a lot nicer than a smock.
Hey, Mom.
Mateo. Can't stay, but want to say, hey, well, we very much glad you stopped by. Happy Father's Day, bro. You have a good day. And I got your knife soaking in some Coca-Cola. I got it out last night, man, and I sanded it down. I can't get that thing to take a patina again now that I put a mirror edge on it to save my life, but I roughed it back up. We're gonna see what happens, man. However it ends up, that's how it's going in FedEx tomorrow. And we'll get you the shipping number tonight because we'll be printing off the ticket. And I'll slap some insurance on that bad boy, and hopefully we'll have all the stuff heading your way very shortly. Courtney's gonna like this knife.
This is the one that I won last night. First time I've ever won.
Courtney is absolutely gonna like that knife. She don't know it yet, but she said I want a Finch, and I was like, oh, which one? And I've always like had like a crush on the Harvester. I'm sorry, the Holiday, and I kind of like the rifle stock one they got out, the Hetfield. But I like this one equally. But I told her, I was like, it's gonna be like a slip joint, but it's got a pocket clip, titanium, it's flipper action, like uh, great materials and stuff like that.
Kathleen, I tried to do it again for playing for you on that second one, but I was nowhere near as close on that one.
She said, I won. I won. I never won nothing. I was like, what are you talking? What are you screaming
I
about?
was back here doing testing.
Jesus.
I'd been on Big Red's live while he was back here testing hardness.
But tell you, I also don't have a sheath made for you, dude. It's been a hard knock life. Is that the dog knocking on the door?
Probably.
You come on in here, buddy. Well, you know about it, huh?
He said, y'all locked me out.
Yeah. Well, you know about it. Good boy. He's a baby.
Yeah, I was trying to make it an all-girl win. Opie is risque. He gonna time me out.
I'd make everybody those things, man. I don't know how Courtney does it.
What?
Making them administration.
Oh. Who are you?
Well, that's what M-Bomb said. Dopey is a risk. AAA. He gonna time me out. Dopey's got the ability to time people out because he's a moderator. I don't know what AAA is, but
He gonna time me out.
yeah, that's probably what it was.
Mateo.
What does that sound like? Does that sound like heaven or hell?
Not unless you say something that offends me, Mateo. If someone can offend me, then they probably do it every time. I'm sure they're not liking it.
Yeah, man. I should be in the shop. Instead,
Maybe Mateo does like it.
it's like, okay, I get you. Or, oh, I see. Like when y'all say JoJo, you mean like you're laughing. Or Jaja.
Quit trying.
No, I say Jaja. It was,
No, the J makes the H sound.
well, you ever watch Star Wars?
Oh.
Marco. Marco Polo.
Josh said, huh?
Josh said, I'm going to time out Billy.
Live stream over. Mateo, on some of those phone calls, you'll have teach him some Spanish.
Yeah, I need to learn a second language. I remember saying that, and Kyle said, you need to learn English first. Jar Jar Binks. That's right, man. That dude from Star Trek.
Billy trying to read Spanish now. Let him get the rest of that one in. He will be barely speaking English.
I type Spanish now.
You ready to translate?
Okay, let's roll. Look. You know what I don't like about an English keyboard is like none of the symbols and stuff pop up over the letters.
It's got a cat.
Aquatitas amigo.
For some reason, Dopey seems something like cat and babies. I'm not sure. What did you say, Dopey?
So El Gato,
I think Gato is cat.
but
I
you know
think.
El is masculine.
Yeah,
The so
I think. I can't remember. Mateo's laughing.
Hola, mi carno, como estes? First thing I learned
The
Spanish.
cat. Okay, yeah. So I did remember Gato, right?
Okay. Well, that's probably what it is.
With his pantalones.
Probably panties, underwear, some sort.
Pants. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, I know that one.
He has a wild cat in his pants. Okay. I was breaking down parts of it. Close. Somewhat close.
Wild cat in his pants. Y'all know the Chinese people invented the pants? Like the rest of the world was like just walking around in robes, pretty much.
So Tingo is
Cinco de Gallo. That's the 5th of May.
Cinco.
I'm just saying.
So that means wild. I'm surprised I remembered what cat was.
CPM, you did. Like I was really I was like that makes sense, man, because ninjas had fucking pants, like and like monks and stuff like that. They had pants while like Jesus had like a robe. That was all like 500 years ago.
500, huh?
Yeah, the Chinese like they have well then Tingo Elgato was probably like 6th of June or something. Probably. Yeah, the Chinese like they they've innovated a lot of stuff over the years.
They're just laughing at you.
Because of the 6th of June, I'm sure. But CPM probably knows, like some Mandalorian. Now we just steal shit. That's all we do too, man. I was talking about religion the other day with some of my buddies, and I was like, "You ever notice how white people never really created a god? The
Winnie the
Romans,
Pooh,
the
something about
Romans
Winnie the
did,
Pooh's
the Greeks
pants.
did, Chinese got their own gods, or this Asia, in general have their own gods. Um, we just stole one from the Middle East. Yeah, like it's pretty much all. Because we still stealing shit from the Middle East.
Winnie the Pooh has no pants. Is that what sins? No pants?
Sin?
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh, sin Pilates. I know that's pants. That's
No,
Winnie
he
the Pooh.
sins in his pants. Something, I don't know. Anybody got any knife stories? What about I don't know.
Panda Express burrito.
Yeah, Panda Express burrito. We there was a buffet restaurant that I used to like to go to in Covington, Tennessee. It was I can't remember what it's called, man. I know I can tell you how to get there. But anyway, like half of it was like Chinese food, and the other half was Mexican food. And like the Mexican food, man, you go over there and get like fajitas and all, chimichangas. That place had the best chimichangas, man. They were deep fried and covered in cheese sauce and stuff. They were the insides of them weren't so impressive. Like had like the freezer burnt aftertaste type thing going on, man. But it was $5 with a big old glass of tea. This is a long time ago. And dude, you could just pile a plate up full of chimichangas.
Murray.
Yeah, Kyle, you're right. So they went Winnie the Pooh style today with no pants.
So I did get the no pants part right. And Winnie the Pooh.
Dopey's from California. He tells people he's from Florida.
He lives in Alabama.
And he lives in Alabama. But Dopey probably knows more Spanish than like
One time I saw a knife
Ecuador.
and I bought it. That's your knife.
That is so crazy, man. I think we live in like a paradox. What do you call it? Like a paradigm shift or something, because it's the exact same thing happened to me.
California sucks.
29 Palms is a shit. You ever want to go towards some Joshua Tree, man? Stop by 29 Palms, stay for the night. That's awesome. I didn't realize they were going to have like, you know, 28 palms, 27 palms, all the way down to like 5 palms before you get to Joshua Tree. There's a place here in Arizona called Chino Bandito. Well, he subscribes to our channel, man. Mix of Chinese and Mexican, very good food.
I need a truck driver to start moving kilos.
Hey, I know a truck driver. I know this guy, man. Satisfaction said, "This is where CPM has been hiding." It's a good place to hide, Matt, because it's dark and empty. Not my heart and soul. And you can guarantee no knife before here. So never really be found out. CPM said he ain't hiding. Like the Black Crows, but baby, I ain't hiding.
Hey, Ginger Fisher.
Ginger
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you all.
I hate knives.
Fucking knives. They get old, don't they? You know what I really hate about knives? I'm gonna use like a parable. They say nobody runs people away from Jesus like his children. Yeah.
Nobody runs people away from knives like a knife maker.
No. I want to keep these like they are. You liking that X? I am loving. Where's it at?
Probably in there on your chair because I did not see it in here.
Yeah, it's got to be in there beside my chair. Yeah, I do like the X.
Kyle don't love anyone.
Kyle, he loves Shane.
Always.
She got like a natural sunblocker.
No, I'll burn like crazy. Ask him. I was outside maybe an hour, mostly in shade earlier this week, clearing out some vines from the house.
Oh man, that was ridiculous. She come back in.
I was sunburned. Like,
in
what's
the
in the shade the majority of the time?
Hey, before this video hasn't posted yet, where we Rockwell tested the Microtech amphibian. Anybody got any guess where it's at? It's another one Nick Edwards sent. It's in M390 MK, whatever their proprietary still is.
Not that.
You gonna make Kyle a mod?
I am. I don't think
I need to pay attention to how you're doing shit.
I think I can do it from here.
My guess is soft. M-Bomb said 61. Anybody else want to take a stab at it?
And Maddie disappears.
Maddie said, I ain't talking about HRCs. I was eating a Lunchable cracker sandwich. Jeez. He typed that out fast. Like crackers like falling out of his mouth. Because he had to say it while he was typing it too.
Let's see.
I like this knife. About 9.75 inches. Who voluntarily does that, Maddie? Got crumbs all over me now.
I like circle meat and square cheese.
Dude, Lunchables is like the prepackaged, absolute 100% epitome of the American diet, you know? Like it's junk. It's just like, this is all we eat. Processed shit. Like, we were listening to a lady talk about how all the bottled water is bad for us. Like every fucking brand. I've been like Smart Water, Core. That's what I usually drink. Like, they're like, no, man, that shit is horrible for you. It's got all kinds of chemicals in it and shit. I'm like, why they got to do that to our water? Man, we keep on talking about Mexican food, and this is gonna go fucking short as shit, man.
Don't
I
you
can
start getting hangry.
I can go for some flautas right now.
Flautas?
Whatever they call them, man. They are
Flautas.
man, them things is good. They deep fry some flautas up here.
They deep fry.
Deep fry. Deep fry. They got some chicken fried flautas up here, man, and they are covered with cheese sauce, and they are just delicious.
Look, yeah, I'm eating enchiladas homemade. Choke on that, Maddie.
Smart Water is funny because if you buy it, you're dumb. I just figured it's got to be better than this shit. You know, like, can't remember why we bought this. We're poor.
Billy drinks smart water. It don't work.
It don't work. I also take 1,400 milligrams of lion's mane at a time. Deep fry, really Japanese.
I knew you said deep fry.
I didn't say deep fry.
You said, I'm so glad I've got
Whatever.
lists right now.
But he's just repeating you.
He doesn't do me any favors.
Maddie don't.
Oh, Maddie's the one.
Yeah, Maddie's the one that said it.
Oh.
Kyle would too.
No.
He would passive aggressively. Camden water. All I know is the shit we got around here tastes like chlorine. So like, if I'm drinking water, I typically try to just go buy some bottled water. Is there not a safe option anymore? I don't mind it having minerals and stuff like that. It ain't got to be 100% pure. You just don't want a bunch of shit added to it, you know? Like,
Well, food, got make it to Mateo.
I can't make it to Mateo before I eat next time. Definitely cancer water. Is drinking out of the house better for you nowadays? Or is that just the fluoride people like actually pushing this shit? You know, like because we're not getting enough fluoride, we're not calcifying that damn worship gland.
That's right. I mean, that's all. Remember how I did it?
Aaron Brockovich wouldn't drink that. What does Aaron Brockovich drink? Her name comes up a whole lot for like, having one movie in like a failed court case. You know what I mean? Like all the
Remember that
time.
movie?
Yeah. Like nobody ever says Julia Roberts playing Aaron Brockovich and drink that. I think it's Aaron Brockovich came to our town one time.
Did she?
Yeah, because we had, the town we're living in right now, man. She came here in like the early 2000s because we had such a high rate
Cancer
of
rate.
rate of folks dying in their early 50s from different kinds of cancers. I bet the HRC on this little bastard is pretty good. I hope that wasn't important. That go inside Mateo's knife.
No.
You missed a hell of an opportunity.
Better off drinking beer. Never drink water in Mexico. Unless it's got the little hole through the ice cubes.
Yeah.
I've been on a cruise. What's up, Faith
Big C Gerbs, how you doing, buddy? I watched a little bit of your live the other day. I was driving down the road, getting really tight, just hanging out. Oh yeah, it's like 62. Microtech Amphibian M390 MK.
62?
Yeah, I think so, right?
61, I was thinking.
Yo mama.
I may be wrong.
I might be wrong too. I think it was 61 and a half on one side
Okay.
and 62 on the other, or something like that.
Maddie's 62, I win.
You do win, Maddie. It was giving some shit away. I don't like that thumb stud. Whatever. I like the way it looks. Looks different than every other thumb stud. Somebody's gonna like that recurve, but not many of you.
How do you do it?
Mm.
I can't remember.
How do you do what?
Make people.
Maddie's a moderator. He knows how to do it. He's got his whole channel. He got everybody's ever clicked on his channel, a moderator on his channel. Like, just get him to do it.
Oh, he can talk now.
Oh shit. Party over. CPM, I can see how that could be that knife could be polarizing. Where are you moving, BC Gerbs? I know you're talking to Maddie, but I'm curious. Fuck you, Billy, I'll leave. No, you won't.
We don't believe you.
Antarctica. That would be cool. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus. Staying in you, boy. What are you? Is that a joke? Are you joking with me? You just staying in me, boy? I'm only here for the ghost.
It's a British Columbia.
Oh,
Hey, last chance, Knobs.
Hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? Dude, we don't do anything in here except like make fun of each other. That's it. Like it's if you think it's disrespectful, like we don't want to stick around. Uh, Absolutely 100% understand. But Ken, while you are here, I've got a serious question for you. Um, these are just test blades that I'm testing out, but uh, we forge heat treated them. They're 15 and 20. This is not, you're not supposed to forge heat treat them. So we mimicked an oven as good as we possibly could and kept it around 1500 degrees for as long as we possibly could. Um, post like I'm sorry, post quench, these knives tested at 65, 66 HRC. I just wanted to see. Not that that's really important because they still have to be tempered after that. But we tempered them one cycle together. We did heat treat them, the initial heat, quench, austenization or whatever, separately. But they both come out with the same numbers, 65, 66. Like both of them have some 65 spots and both of them have some 66 spots. Um, but we tempered them together in the same oven in the same cookie sheet at 3 1/4 for 2 hours for one cycle. Pulled them back out, testing them. One of them is 59 to 60, and the other one is 61 to 62. Like, what happened, Ken? I don't understand. Like, if y'all don't know who Ken is, go subscribe to him. This dude is he knows he he is what I'm aspiring to be by the time I'm 50. I want to know some stuff. Like I want to be able to drink some shit and be able to know what I'm talking about by the time I'm 50. Preferably some good water.
Different elements in the oven possibly heating uneven.
There's one element in our oven.
We got one of those 1960
Both of them are on a cookie
something model.
sheet. Yeah, we got a 1965 model. Something another,
Frigidaire.
yeah, Frigidaire Deluxe wall, oven that's stainless steel, and they were both on a cookie sheet in the middle rack. So they should have been in the middle of all the heat, not like not real close to the heating element, but who knows? You better hurry up. That's next year. I got 9 years, dickhead.
For your 50.
But I mean, one side of the heating element could very well possibly be heating more than the other. But 2 hours, and it was pretty, what do you call it?
Preheated.
Preheated. Yeah. I may try to temper a couple of more inside the kiln because we can get the kiln up to
Yeah.
500 or
It'll go that high.
yeah, it'll go that high. I need to figure out how to there's got to be a way if you already got a kiln. People make their own heat treat ovens. Like I've already got the oven and it already gets up to 1350 degrees. Like you think I'd be able to upgrade the heating elements? It's a 220, so push a little bit more power to it and get a few hundred more degrees out of it.
Fill it with sand to even out the heat.
Really? Okay.
It's a good piece of advice.
We got plenty of that. That's all our dirt is around here.
Well, we got plenty of sandbags out there too.
Kyle, you shut up. Differential heat treat BC Jerps. You like to heat the edge?
Use my kiln for tempering.
Yeah, I can start doing that. That's not a problem.
About cryo treating.
Yeah, what about cryo treating? Who the fuck does it like? You think I'm Paul Boss? No. I've been following Jed's journey on the cryo stuff for real. Like he goes, he's got a container that he buys his nitrogen in, and he comes home, it's liquid nitrogen, and then he comes home and he puts it in the cooler. of some sort that's been heavily modified, like it used to
To
be like
insulate.
for insulation. And he said, whatever I don't use in 3 days is gone. It's like it's not sticking around or anything. Like you're gonna have to like get it used real fast. Like it's what I can't remember what he said, $7 or $8 a liter or something. I think he buys it by a 5 gallon jug. For a 3 gallon jug, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's not really a jug. It's like
It's
a
a big metal
steel,
container of some sort.
yeah. It's like a kettle, like a steel kettle with a. I just throw my knives in that, man. It looks like the mouth is like about this big, like
It
Courtney,
evaporates really fast, though.
about like Courtney's big old mouth. I just drop the knives in there. Will you leave? I mean, they know what I'm talking about. How you got a big old mouth. I'm liable to say anything.
I want to start working with some steels that need cryo, but I need to do more research first.
Yeah, yeah, man.
3Vs,
I want to work my
right?
way up to Jed does his 3V,
That's what I was thinking.
but there's a lot of people that say that there's virtually no benefit. Even Jed will tell you, like he's like, I'm just getting like an extra point. I'm not sure it's worth it. And he said for most of my users, it's probably not worth it. He said I do it for me. Marty Cryo treats his hair.
About dry ice, you can make it with a CO2 tank. Looks like
Okay,
he makes angle guides too.
does he really?
Jerv's glad the angle guides are working, so I'm guessing last year Ken does.
I got an angle guide, but I will buy another one.
Hey, Paper Baron.
I cryo treat Tinder dates. Beeper, check this out, dude. Courtney couldn't find that
Did you
blade.
find it?
Yeah,
What the?
sitting right here.
He had it in the bag. He's lying.
No, it was sitting right here the entire time.
He
Like
had it in the
so,
bag.
we I guess we got that taken care of, but like couldn't find that blade. And like get home, it's the first damn thing I look. Yeah, I look down on the table and it's boom, it's right there. I was like, what in the ever loving shit? But I still don't know where the rest of the package is. It's kind of confusing. We may have thrown that away. Like if there was a pouch for it
He
or
bought
anything.
a CRJB rose gold booty.
There we go. There we go.
Ken makes them on a 3D printer, and they are everything I needed to make a sharp blade happen.
Well, that's what's going on, man. BC, I'm glad to hear that, dude. And tell me about it, Beefer. I think she was hiding it because she didn't want to get rid of your knife.
No, broke asses with me. You were hiding it. It was in that damn work
Oh,
bag again where he loses everything.
broke ass. Come on, man. Ain't nobody gonna forgive you for siding with the woman. Angle guides are at the end of my last video. Is it for use with a grinder? Or is it just a sharpening type of angle guide thing for sharpening? That's fine too. I just kind of curious what's going on there. But I will go watch the video later.
Double D10.
Double D10 76. Are you any related to Outpost 76? That was funny. Somebody laughed. A bench stone. Okay, I gotcha. Awesome, BC. Can't wait for the no relationship.
As always, your comments of support are well appreciated.
That's right. What did he say? Oh, lone motor. What does that mean? What are you doing?
I'm scrolling up, see if we missed anything.
Anyway,
The knife system I got didn't have an angle guide, but these things Can make that 100% change my sharpening game for the better.
That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I may have. I bought a stone holder for a work sharp.
Cole is lung boner.
Coal is lung butter. Okay, okay, I got you. If I knife tubed, I'd know that. Who was it that asked me? Said you don't even knife tube, bro. You remember
I don't.
that? It's like, no man, you got me. I don't like y'all. Fucking trying to make some money. Look like a stupid
Yeah.
enough crowd, right?
Stupid enough to fool you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
New to the channel, do you think we're getting cheated by some companies by not getting the HRC we pay for? Like us gun shooters experience when trying to get a good 10 million.
Sean, I'm glad you asked that, man. I've been getting this a lot in the like PMs and or the DMs by various people. Like, should I not buy this Microtech? Or I mean, I'm sorry, not Microtech, but should I not buy this? Should I not buy that? Listen, dude, I am 110% the wrong guy to ask about good HRC because I've had some knives that, like for instance, I've got work tough gears that you can't roll an edge on. Like I 100% tell you that if you can roll the edge on, if you can find one for sale, I'll buy it for you. You know, like, but I haven't been able to roll the edge on
Neither
any
has.
of my work tough gear knives. Some of the heat treats are as low as 53. You know what I mean? And those are some of the best knives in the house. I don't, I think, I think HRC and even metal types are 72 to 73% marketing. I and don't get me wrong, man. I'm not saying that there's not some proof in the pudding. What I'm saying is like how much even um what people are getting away with nowadays. Um like Larry Thomas, he gets a cut off of every piece of MagnaCut sold, right? You know, and I like Larry, and I have I hear from a pretty reliable source that there hasn't been a single piece of MagnaCut shipped to China, but China's making knives that say they're made out of MagnaCut. And Laren said, no, no, they're not. And I'm not sure he's in public with it or not. It's just a statement he made to one of my resources at Blade Show. And if that's the case, man, what else are they telling us that's not true? You know, like I, I've heard stories about people that accidentally left their supposed S35VN knife out, you know, in their pocket, or you know, like while their jeans were wet, they got stuck out in the rain or something like that, you know, and then they get home an hour later or something, and their jeans are still damp or whatever. They pull the knife out, and it's got a whole layer of rust on top of it. I would say that there's a great big majority of us that have absolutely wouldn't know the difference if nothing bad ever happens to the knife. Now, all I'm doing, like, I've had so many people tell me this knife is a piece of shit because it's got, you know, it was heat treated in China and it's got a soft heat treat and it's M390, right? Dude, I've used this knife for weeks. I love this knife. You know, is it at the optimal heat treat number? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you to buy it. I wouldn't tell you not to buy it. Don't care. You know, I have had excellent experience with this knife. You know, so uh my thing is like there's knives out there that are that I have purchased in the past that have supposedly had very optimal numbers I couldn't do according to the advertiser because I didn't have a machine to check it, but they had very optimal numbers on them, and I didn't get what I paid for or something, you know, because like I did something wrong, you know, I mistreated the knife.
From what I can tell too, like this is just my own personal observation. Just about every time they come out with a new steel, it's got a higher HRC number.
No, not necessarily,
Okay.
but we There's an edge retention knife community out there. There's several edge retention knife communities out there. And what I mean is like little smaller groups of people that are just always that's all they're gonna be focused on. They don't ever do anything hardcore with their knives or anything. They don't need to like pry doors open. So like if they do, they may have a better tool for that or whatever. So those people are constantly going to push for better and better edge retention, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, and some, like some voices in the community that know more than me say that there's a lot of stills out there. Like Kyle, me and Kyle were talking on the phone for like 2 hours the other day, and Kyle was talking about there's a lot of stills out there. Like MagnaCut happens to be one of them. That if you do push the HRC up to a like 65 or 64 or something like that, then you don't lose any toughness from 60. So if you're not taking your MagnaCut up to 64, then you're wasting a resource. But see, they take into consideration that 80% of you don't care where the HRC is at. You just care about the metal type. You don't care like because the metal type and HRC is all the general knife community is going to be talking about when that's neither one is the most important factor. You know, like blade geometry is the most important factor. But that's a conversation that's just going to get shut down because nobody has any interest in blade geometry. But you can take a knife. 1 second. I'll be right back.
90% of HRC snobs only cut paper and cardboard. To me, it comes off as whining for the sake of whining. I think everybody's a little OCD about something when it comes to the knife community. They're all going to have, whether it's affordability or edge retention or toughness, or everybody's got something they're going to be really picky about.
Show of hands, who trusts Outpost 76?
I do a wave hand.
I do. We just do a wave of hand or say yes or no or something like that in the comments. If you trust Outpost 76, let me know some sort of way. While you're letting me know, I'm going to show you this beautiful buck box. This buck box come out in 2018. It contained 2 knives inside, and you could pick it up at Walmart for $19.99. Some of you may already know what buck is inside the box because I've already mentioned Outpost 76, right?
Thanks, Dopey.
What?
Dopey said 90% of the HRC snobs only cut paper and cardboard. To me, it comes off as whining for the sake of whining.
Yes.
Kyle's like, thanks, Dopey.
So, if you go back 5 years ago, go to Outpost 76's channel and start off at his earliest, like view his oldest videos first. So like instead of like showing the latest videos, the channel's not active, but as of right now, you can still watch this, or you can just simply do Buck 203 knife in your searches. This steel is a mystery steel. Buck don't even advertise what type of steel it is. The information is nowhere on the knife, nowhere on the box. It was nowhere in the packaging whatsoever. It's probably 420 HC or maybe 420J, something to that extent. But we don't really know what it is. What's crazy is this knife outperformed all kinds of super steels, and he put out a video and he said, he said, give me time, and I'm going to take this knife.
Happy Father's Day.
And I'm going to do some cut tests with it. And he said, I don't care how long the video is. What's up?
If you're paying a premium for a certain steel with a 9 out of 10 performance, wow, it's be okay if it shows a 3 out of 10 performance.
Yeah, Neves, man, I couldn't agree more, man. That's the way I felt about the Spyderco S90V, but I happen to be like one of the only people that were having problems about my Spyderco S90V, so I accept that. I just think I can afford it.
Comments that said their PM2 and S90V didn't perform as they expected.
But let me finish this, okay? Because like if you go back to Outpost 76's channel, automatically just go to his oldest videos. Scroll down a little bit, you'll see this knife in his hands. All right, he picked this knife up at Walmart just on a whim, just gonna see what was going on with it. He liked the way it looked. It's got aluminum scales. It's a liner lock. It's got a deep carry pocket clip. and it's in a mystery still. This knife, Outpost 76 was doing all kinds of tests, and his data sheets are trusted by many trusted voices in the community. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. But
see it brought up a lot.
you see it brought up a lot. Outpost 76 said this. Outpost 76 said, look, I'm an Outpost 76 fanboy. That's why I want to share data. That's I don't just want to be a reviewer because we got a lot of great reviewers. Some of them are in here right now. But this knife outperformed S110 V numbers. This knife outperformed all kinds of shit, and there was one major reason why, and that's blade geometry. This knife has got the best blade geometry that money can buy, and with it being a clip point and so thin, you can just keep on pushing. Even if the knife gets a little dull, like you won't be able to tell it's getting dull before it gets dull. I've had that experience with this knife myself. I Rockwell tested it. Video's coming out next week. Rockwell tested it on both sides. You see that little spot right there? 59 HRC. One of the best performers I got. It's hilarious. Laugh me out of the community. I don't care. But like you can't. Now, if this same knife was made out of MagnaCut and it was a 64, that would be a beast, man. But like, taking something stupid and trying to turn it into something it's not. They're only doing that because they know you'll pay for it. But at the end of the day, I buy a lot of stupid shit that I know doesn't really have any actual value in the world. I like the way it looks. I'm a form over function guy because I have enough functional knives. So like I like to buy stuff that I like to look at. Something
Or fidget with.
or something like that. I've got enough functional knives in my collection that I don't have to shop for function anymore. That's God's honest truth, man. So like I'm looking for locking mechanisms, pocket clips, stuff like that. Every knife that I buy doesn't have to be a performer because I have enough performers.
Once in particular was a CTS XHP that has smoked for more superior steels and edge retention in a crazy way. And that is why steel snobs are pushing for high performance. Trust me when I say these companies will send you 52 HRC steels if you let them.
Yeah. I mean, just covered that with Work Tough gear.
Yeah.
Like almost every Work Tough gear I've got, like this one specifically, it's not mine, man. It's Choir Boys. He asked me to. He's like, "You got the machine? Go ahead and test all those knives if you don't mind." It's the Nightmare 3. It's going to be hard to find anybody that's going to complain about a Nightmare 3 on YouTube. They all like the Nightmare 3. It's a fucking great knife, man. Shade Indonesia is the one that designed it, and you got all kinds of handle back here. I hated it whenever I first saw it, but you hold this thing in your hand, man. You know where your money went, right? That's a 53, 54, 55. Video's coming up Wednesday. Work Tough Gear Wednesday video. This is me. It'll show me checking the knife. The Work Tough Gear Famine, 57, 58, something like that. Both of them are the same steel. But I can't fuck the knife up. I was asked to try,
And that's like the shed knives.
The shed knives.
Heat treating his now. The batch we got in 2023 was not heat treated, and he had a video out about that.
The heat treat on the shed knives that we have is 17, man. Like there is no, there's no heat treat.
Like we did some temper testing on that one before we knew what the heat treat was.
I don't know how long it'll hold the edge, but it definitely didn't take any abuse.
At least I started buying 90% American at this point. Maybe I will become a steel HRC snob in the future.
$15 degrees per side.
Edge geometry matters. The most obtuse angle I use is 15 degrees. Pocket knives are 12 to 13.
Yeah. And these have, it's important to know that most of these Work Tough gears have a convex grind on them. And it does matter, and I understand that Bark River has a convex grind on it too, and they're still heat treating their stuff better. It's crazy how long little replacement blades and no name steels will last just from edge geometry. The dude that sold me the forge and most of my knife making equipment that I have, like aside from the grinder and a
Yeah.
couple of the blast cabinets and stuff like that, he used 15 20. He said, anytime I make a knife for me or anybody that I love, I make it out of 15 20. And I was like, that's weird because like the only time I ever hear about 15 20 period is when somebody's making a knife and or making some Damascus, and they're using this as that's going to be the bright part of the Damascus. But I've never really seen it used solo. And I brought that up to him. He's like, dude, you can get this stuff up to 64, 65 HRC, and he said, you just keep on cutting for a year. He's like, you don't have to sharpen it. I was like, why don't people use it? Because he's like, man, I don't know. He said, I've been making knives for 20 years. He said, and that's my steel of choice. So anyway, this came off my old saw blade, made in Idaho, and he gave me the saw blade, uh, and cut a couple of these up, and I'm doing a heat treat test on them as we speak. I don't have the oven that I need in order to be able to do it properly, so I'm just doing some tests over, some of those backyard recipes that you'll find online, and just seeing what works or whatever.
Black Star Designs uses 15 and 20 often. That and 80 CRV2.
Okay, okay. I I know a little bit about ADCRV too, but not I can't I couldn't write a book on it or anything. The knife that I made for the competition was 15. I'm sorry, it was ADCRV two. It I can't keep enough oil on that thing, man. It'll just like rust. All you gotta do is look at it wrong.
We live in very humid,
Very
moist
humid,
climate,
very humid, very moist climate. Yeah.
so it may do better in a drier
But
climate
how many times have I said I don't care about corrosion resistance?
because you keep
Because I keep my stuff clean, so it ain't gonna grow rust on it anyway. The knife I made, I can't keep rust off of.
yeah.
So like I got all kinds of people ready to buy one, and I'm like, I wish I was ready to sell them, but I'm not. I like the embarrassing truth is I don't have my shit together. I was like give me some time, let me get my shit together, and we'll talk. But I can't produce a knife that's worthy of selling right now. It's a moist. Kyle Kinley said, "Yeah, Kyle. Everything. Listen, everything that we say, it all comes back to our conversation."
He's in Tennessee too. Who's 45 minutes north of you? Yeah.
Who's in Ardmore? Where the hell is Ardmore? Is that in Arkansas?
I'm assuming Tennessee.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, man. I did I got a video on this one coming out sometime this week, and it's like a break from the monotony of the $500 knives. But that thing
Okay.
is stupid.
Black Star is in Tennessee too.
Okay,
45 minutes north of Dopey,
Black Star
near
Design.
Ardmore.
Well, he's at the channel. We saw him live earlier. That's a sweet thing about seeing him.
Don't give him that satisfaction.
I didn't say that shit. Where's the little dude that keeps Kyle in check? Palmer. Where's Palmer? If somebody don't get Palmer on this channel, man, like I'll trade like 80 subscribers for Palmer. You know, like you get me Palmer in here to keep Kyle on his toes, and the rest of you can unsubscribe if you need to. Just keep watching the lives. You just don't have to be here like as a official supporter or anything.
We need driver defenses in that area.
Yeah, man. He's in a beautiful part of Arkansas, man. I'm sorry, Alabama. Guntersville is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ain't that where he's at? If I'm not mistaken.
Marty is 0.001%, and I'm 93% correct. We are not the same.
Sharpie. Man, somebody get Palmer. We got to get Kyle under control. Palmer's the golden god of that task.
I gotta go get some coffee.
Go get some coffee. Grab me some fajitas while you're out.
It's not how you say it.
Man, they don't know what you're talking about.
Shh. Guntersville is a secret.
Oh, tell them I want some chicken fried chimichangas. No, I'm playing. I'll go get us some Mexican here in a little bit. What is incorrect, Satisfaction? Guntersville. Oh, did they say? Okay, okay, I gotcha. Guntersville should remain a secret too, man, because that shit is beautiful. It looks like it belongs to Tennessee. Like, like it just belongs to that Lake Nickajack area. Oh, that's Georgia. Never mind. Like Georgia's trying to like, they kind of butt hurt because we got. I was like, dude, you can have Lake Nickajack. I told them in a meeting. I was like, you can have Lake Nickajack. I said, but you got to take Chattanooga with you. Like don't be leaving Chattanooga here for us to deal with. That's more Georgia than it is Tennessee anyway. Grab me a sandwich while you up, woman, is what Shane Gables said, edgy American. Shane, I passed out on you last night, man. Or no, I didn't. What happened? What happened last night, Courtney? I told Shane earlier last night that we might go live, and if we did, we'd holler at him, and he was like, "Yeah, give me a shot."
Yeah, crash. Having no sleep the night before. We didn't get up till like 8. You were do some testing.
Yeah.
And that took till midnight.
Then it was like 3 o'clock in the morning before we went to bed. It was we've had a weird schedule this week. Shit's almost over with. I don't feel like I've done nothing. Definitely haven't done anything for myself. I was living for the man.
What did you just call that lake?
Lake Nickajack. Or it's Nickajack Lake, really. I call it Lake Nickajack. It sounds better. It's right before you get to Chattanooga, though.
Nickajack.
Nickajack. Nicka, like Nickaback.
Nickaback.
Like the greatest rock band of the 90s. Nickelback.
Dopey.
What Dopey say?
Thought about dating a girl from Guntersville. She called it off when she found out we weren't related. Didn't sound better the second and third time.
Kyle, I think you're looking for trouble. No, man, you're taking everything south. Like you take Nickajack. They want Nickajack because Georgia needs the water, right? Like so, you take Nickajack. You're in Harriet, Chattanooga, Mount Eagle, all that bullshit, all of it, every bit of it.
Chattanooga, God. What is it, 24?
24, 75, 71 north.
24 is the one I've been at standstill
Nickelback
with too many
unsubs.
times.
17 away from earning the Palmer. But anyway, Neves, you still in here? Probably not. He's like, no, I left. But did you make some people? Did you make Kyle? Is that what you were doing? You're spending all that time making him a moderator?
Him and Mateo.
Okay, why not Shane?
He wasn't in here then.
Neves, where's that knife I made?
You talking about the
amygdala.
amygdala? There you go. Yeah.
This thing, dude. I was thinking about sending this to you. Like, you ain't got to do a video on it. Just check it out. Like, it's not. It's in there, I think. It's
Where you tested
like,
it?
yeah, where I tested it. Man, they heat treat is all over the place on that thing.
Huh.
Is it gone? It's gone, huh? I probably sold it. I got hungry yesterday to trade it for some fajitas. Well, anyway. Y'all gotta like get this party started. Give me something to talk about. Y'all don't want to talk about heat treats and shit. We'll go back talking about this thing because this is the greatest knife I got in my house right now. It's a Little Temperance K390. I cannot believe looking at it on the internet, I wouldn't have thought that I'd have been able to get a 4-finger grip on it. This thing is comfortable and 65 HRC. Maybe you want to play with this, man? I need to send it to somebody to play with. I got to make a couple more and figure it out, you know. But this HRC, it's 57, 58 where it matters because when we tested it all along the edge. But up here, man, in some of these spots, since I got this machine, I was like, it's 53. I got a 53 somewhere. Like I think it's 53 right here, 56 back here.
You made it with trading knives for fajitas.
That's right, dude.
I hate knives. The Sage 5.
Dude, the Sage 5 is one that I've always found interesting too. It's kind of like an upgrade of a Am you blocked? No, you ain't blocked.
AMU. That's how you read that?
Yeah. You should try out Calculated Survival. He beats the hell out of Fixies. Yeah, I mean, so does Scab. Yeah, it's went through that portion of its life. It survived.
Yes, Shane, you were blocked.
Why would you be blocked, AJ? Did you say something that was missed? You're not getting enough attention. Need a hug today. Just talking about blocked. I had a conversation with you about Nick and Jack.
Not yet. It's the only Spider Co. I want.
Sage 5 it's like the native, but better or something. I don't know. I really enjoyed my native. I can't really say anything.
I like the mules.
Yeah, thicker portions of the spine up here tested a little lower, but honestly, dude, you know, when we tested the heat treat on it, there wasn't any bevels on it. We grind it post bevel. I mean, post quench or well, post tempering too. Yeah. I just like grind a couple passes, dip it down in water, grind a couple passes, dip it down in water. But so yeah, it's a little soft up here and it's harder down here, or it was, when it was still flat enough to test. But now it's got the bevels on there, you really can't test it and I mean you can, but it's not gonna be accurate. I had 3 comments that didn't post earlier.
Probably language. The guy was like, no, you got to hit enter, dumbass.
It should never be the language on our channel.
No, not in the
God
lives
almighty,
anyway.
man. Or the drinking. 3 philosophers. God damn, we've been here.
It's like
We've been back here. Yeah, we've been back here 2 hours. That thing is I forgot about it. I abandoned that one. Anyway, talk about overperformers. God almighty.
the rats.
I couldn't believe that the AUS 8 and the S35N. You see me like ever since I put this thing back together, I can't reverse click it. It's okay, but heat treat's on point on this side.
I took Billy for more of a box wine guy. No, he does that dark beer.
Yeah, man. That one I was drinking the other day,
The
Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's Milk, yeah.
Oh my God, it was 18.7% alcohol. Like this one's 9.7.
I'm a game.
Yeah, it's like so it's half power of that other one. Like it's got half the horsepower.
And you almost got the 21% one?
We're gonna have to try that one. Gotta try that one.
Dragon's Milk.
Hey, something important we can talk about is a video that'll be coming up this week. We keep on telling everybody about the videos, and we're gonna watch one. Dave did
results.
Dave did a heat treat. I mean, I'm sorry. Dave did a regrind on this knife and put a very nice hollow grind on the Sadamas. That's Sadamas and CPMD2. So Dave was kind of curious. He's like, man, these regrinds, he said, like, I've always been kind of curious if they screw up the heat treats. So um, we tested the heat treat on it, and 61, 62, Mitch made Adamas. And these are not fun scales to put on.
They were easy.
They were pretty. Man, we got 5 pieces to each.
It was easy though.
It was easy, but not fun. Not fun at all, man.
I did it in like 2 seconds.
Well, I had to do it again last night. So
Dang.
yeah, see what I'm saying? Billy makes videos. Not really and not really videos. Like it's more just they let ass clowns do stuff on here every once in a while, and I squeeze in and get my ticket. You know what I mean? It's almost some fajita time though, for sure.
So you want a bitter milkshake? Just get a malt and throw some rum in it.
Yeah, dude. Shane. So you want a better milkshake? Yeah.
Talking about the dark beer.
Oh, okay. Just get them all. Oh man. Um.
You got to try the Terrapin Double Barrel Aged Red Ale, Billy. It's good at 12.7.
Okay. I'll check it out. AG said, "We've been trying to surpass the rat for years, and we failed." Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, dude.
Just hits the red circle. Record.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. No planning, and it shows. Just want to thank y'all for sticking around as long as you have. You know what I mean? It's all natural. I can't I can't keep it up. I I have a lot of respect for the people that have been doing this shit for years, because like sitting at a table and talking about a knife is like, I think the last video that I recorded I never posted, and I was like, it's a goddamn knife, man. It's got a blade and it's got a fucking handle and it's comfortable enough to use it, and somebody's gonna bitch about it. And I was like, I'll just fucking turn it off. I'm not putting that out. But I was like, it's a goddamn knife, man. It's in some goddamn steel, and it's got a fucking heat treat. Maybe nowadays, right? I was sitting here like getting pissed off about a knife. I was like, "Yeah, that's a pretty good knife," and I was like, I can't find anything positive to say about this shit anymore. They're knives, man. You need them or you don't.
I'm loving the Harpoon Slight Recurve Dual Ground Tonto. It's stick with it. Which one was that? The Surge or the whatever 5?
Sage five.
Sage.
I don't know what. Probably whatever. Maddie and Lee was talking about. Oh, that's one of Jared's designs.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna call it the Felon.
Williams Knife Fender.
Is the Fender the second design? Because I think the first one was a FLN, like he took the valves out of Felon or something like that. Because I can't remember, man. I'm horrible with this knife stuff.
Needs new design.
Okay. Yeah, Kyle. Like the things that I could be successful with. Like I don't really want to, hit
Yeah, it's
upload on.
multiple happening right now.
Awesome. Congratulations, Jared. I don't. That's what we got in common.
Nothing?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have multiples and multiple happenings. No, I'm figuring my shit out. I'll make this shit myself. See what happens.
Yeah, he's in it for the long haul now.
Yeah, $30,000 worth of machines out there. So, surprised I still got a Nkosi around.
I'm excited when people we know design knives, even if we don't like them. It's exciting.
It is exciting, man.
Perpetrator, the suspect,
The Fugitive. Oh, I like The Fugitive. Yeah, I put a picture of like Tom Cruise on the front of it in Memphis, obviously. Coming soon, Shane.
Yeah, I was pumped for you, Marty, and I don't like you. You don't like anybody, Kyle.
Yeah, just because Kyle don't like you. I mean, shit. Y'all, I'm getting hungry. Fat boy is getting hungry. It's time to eat.
And like he goes from 0 to 60. He's fine to.
It's been an
I'm about to get food now,
It's an hour and a half.
or I'm gonna hurt something.
We've been back here for an hour and a half when we talk about nothing. Courtney's like, "You want to go live?" I was like, "About what? About fucking knives? It's got a blade and it's got a handle."
The negative Nancy. Y'all realize that?
I'm hungry. it's got a blade and it's got a handle. It's probably heat treated. There's a 72% chance it was heat treated. Properly or improperly shouldn't matter to you. You just want to get a good heat treat. Yeah, like
Can it be good and not properly?
yeah. I mean nowadays it can be. I don't say that.
The
Kyle's a
trailhead
sweetheart.
is the only one I've named.
Trailhead. Didn't you name one the path of least resistance? The polar. Someone gets Billy a Snickers. Someone get Billy a Snickers. Hey Sal.
Show it in his mouth. Shut up over here.
I'll be in heaven for 35 seconds. That aftertaste. That fucking poison. The French people come over here and be like, man, our Snickers don't have that aftertaste. I don't know what's going on with the chemicals in y'all's shit. You know, like everything has this like nasty aftertaste over here. It's like, yeah, man, that's what keeps the roaches out of our blood.
The polar is coming.
Oh, okay.
Matt, are you saying you don't like my knife design? Because he said even if you don't like them. It's like what
I think I mean Maddie, the Phoenix is a really cool looking knife. I'm
People aren't ready for a Persian yet.
no. I want to get a Purge. I want to get a Phoenix at some point. Kind of waiting for it to go on sale, to be honest. I don't want you getting all that money. I was like $200. I ate a dick. I'm getting a Mystic for 178.
If it's labeled a defense knife, then they might. I got a B2 in the works with a different blade shape.
I like offense knives. I want to get them before they get me.
Marty, does your fitness tracker include back stiffness?
I don't know if I'm going to send this little endurance back to Nick.
Is that what that one's called? No.
Little endurance, right?
No. Little
temperance.
Yeah.
Little endurance is what you got.
Me?
You know how it goes, man. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us and not listening to nothing. I mean,
LTK has it for 130.
LTK sells knives. Like love them knives. The channel.
Do great at defense knives. The tip is always aiming at what you're going for.
I am way too fat to get in a knife fight, man. You know what the fuck's happening? Like if I get approached by a guy with a knife, I'm running. I'm enough to be able to get my canic, and then I'm gonna like try to turn around and shoot his ass before he fucking catches up with me. You run from a guy with a knife. You charge a man with a gun if you're within 7 feet. That's that's advice. Take it. And if the guy from the knife, the guy with the knife is faster than you, turn around and shoot his ass.
The Phoenix tip is always aiming at hot dogs.
Thanks for wasting our Father's Day, Billy. Happy Father's Day. All right, y'all have a good one, man. We'll catch you on the flip side. Those videos are gonna come out at 3 p.m. every day, by the way. Like I can't promise it's gonna be a good knife every day. I've got knives coming, lots of knives coming. more knives than you've ever seen in your life, probably at one time, unless you've been to Blade Show. But lots of knives coming. So 3 p.m. every day, one knife. I may have to start doing 2 knives a day. It's a lot of knives coming. So
lots.
lots.
We're starting to sound like Trump.
We had more knives coming than the other guy. It's a lot more. They're better too. They're much better. Surprisingly better. I didn't realize how better they were, but they were better. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later. 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.